are many jokes that single out the problems of a clarinet player, like, why are there so many clarinets in a band? Hopefully to increase the odds of them getting the notes right. Or, what's the difference between a mouse and a clarinet? You can't hear a mouse squeak over the entire band. These common occurrences can easily be fixed by learning how to play the clarinet. You can learn how to play the clarinet with 3 easy things. The first one is you need to learn how to put it together correctly. The second one is you need to learn how to play with a proper embouchure. The third one is you need to learn how to play with good timbre. When you play your clarinet, the first thing you need to do is to get it out of the case. So this is how you put it together. You start with the bell. You want to start from the bottom to the top. So start with the bell, then put the lower section on, then the upper section on, but keep in mind you want to lift the bridge key so it doesn't ruin the cork. The next one is the barrel, and then the mouthpiece and the reed. You should wet your reed before you put it on your mouthpiece, but I'm not going to because I'm talking. You lift your ligature and put the reed under the ligature, get it in the right spot, tighten it up. After that, you need to do the pop test. The pop test is where you suck air through the mouthpiece while having the bottom of it on your palm, and when it's done, you should hear a popping sound. There. Then you put it on your clarinet, and it's together. Now you know how to play, you know how to put it together. You need to learn how to form the correct embouchure into play. First of all, what is an embouchure? An embouchure is the structure of your mouth that plays an instrument. To play with correct embouchure, you need to flatten your chin, pull your lower lip back, and tighten your corners. Another thing that helps your embouchure is how you sit. You want to sit up, and you don't want to slouch. You want to sit to the front of your chair and have your feet flat on the floor. That'll also help your breathing. So now that you know how to play with correct embouchure and you know how to sit, it comes to the last step to play the clarinet, which is actually the hardest one out of all of them. It is to play with good timbre. What is timbre? Timbre is your tone or your quality. It's how you sound. There are techniques to help your timbre. The techniques are, you need to learn how to take a good deep breath from your stomach, not from your chest. You need to learn to breathe from here and not up here. That deep breath also coincides with playing with warm air. When you play with warm air, you push from your stomach and your diaphragm, and not from your throat. A good test to show if you're using warm air is to blow in your hand. If it's warm, you're using warm air. The last step to playing with good timbre is to play with musicianship. Musicianship is how you interpret the music, how you insert your feeling in the music. This gives it a natural sound when you hear the music. Timbre is the hardest step to learn, but once you master it, you'll master the clarinet. In conclusion, do not be scared when it comes to play your clarinet. Don't be afraid to squeak, it happens. Just remember how to play the clarinet. You need to remember 3 things. You need to remember how to put it together, how to play with correct embouchure, and how to play with a good timbre. Just keep in mind when you're practicing. A good musician practices until they get it right. A great musician practices until they can't get it wrong.